camera.
Ooh, what are you doing?
Huh? What do you mean?
It doesn't tell me. Hold it up here. It doesn't tell me how much time I have to do this. Okay, how should I start?
I don't know.
Hi.
Smooth.
About 4 years ago, I made a video on this channel called How to Draw a Cute Fox, and I regret my life choices. Okay, never mind. I need to get it editing out. Anyways, on that video, it wasn't even a tutorial. I don't even know why I called it a How to Draw a Cute Fox. It wasn't a How to Draw a Cute Fox, and I kept erasing everything. And I was pressing, and you could see my entire hand, okay? The entire drawing was the size of my finger. And I had tiny hands back then. So, yeah, we're remaking that. Due to a request from a viewer. I forgot to write it down. I should have written down what they said. But they said something along the lines of, this was not a tutorial, I have no idea what was just going on. Please fix it. So I am. Alright, this time, my friends, we're starting out with a pencil. Doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be crazy cool. You can just use a mechanical pencil, really. So I'm gonna make it nice and big, not the size of my pinky finger. And I'm gonna draw a circle, like right here, alright? A nice little circle. It's really ugly. You can see it though, so it's fine. And the first thing I'm gonna do is about 1/4 of that circle, there's gonna be a kind of triangle thing here. And I'm gonna make it round. So make sure that we have an area there to go off of. And then, I'm gonna come down here, and at a little bit of a downward angle, we're gonna draw a line. And we're gonna bring the line down, and over. Alright, and that is probably about 1 inch from the middle to the bottom, or from the middle to the top. That is radius, right?
Yes.
Haha, math class taught me something. The radius is about 1 inch. The diameter is about 2 inches. So smart. Okay. And so, after you've done that, you want to bring us in a little bit, because we don't want the head to be a giant sphere, just big enough to be a head. And then we're gonna erase the nasty stuff, because that's what you do, because that's what erasers are for. Good artists don't get it right away. Even though I did up there. But most good artists don't get it right away, okay? And they need to sketch it out. Alright. Now, we're gonna draw a line, I'm gonna say from the center of here, and it's gonna be kind of like a banana. Like a banana. We're gonna draw a circle on the end of that line, and then bring it back until it touches the ground, as if it were an upside down T. And it curves as you go up to the circle.
So it's more like a J, basically?
J's don't, this is not a J, anyways. Anyways.
It's a J, guys.
It's not a J. Now what I like to do is I like to draw a little bit of a bigger circle back here, and then up front, it's kind of a triangle. So it's weird. It's like a rectangle, but one side is curved.
Like a piece of bread.
No?
Yes, it's like a piece of bread, Nyla.
It's not like a piece of bread. I can't cut that out. Okay, anyways. I don't have editing software for that. Now we're gonna come onto this little line down here, alright? And we're gonna bring it up. And it's gonna be like a dome. I was about to say igloo, but that would just be a bit too complicated, because why would you want to say... Anyways. We're gonna go from this sphere, and we're gonna go down.
It's not a sphere unless it's 3D.
We're gonna go from this circle, and we're gonna go down, and we're gonna bend back. As to a critique in the original video that said, try to make the legs bend backwards. So I am. In the original video, the tail kind of curled up in front, like that. And so we're gonna replicate that. But, whatever. We're gonna replicate, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. And we can't show it to them because they have to see the final result on here, not on there. I have a reference in front of me because I had sketched it with a pen before this, so that I knew what I was doing. Anyways, now we're gonna draw triangles for the ears. I'm gonna come up here, and we're just gonna bring it forward, alright? Doesn't have to be perfect. And over here, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put it at an angle for character. For character. Character. Alright, so, at this point in time, we have kind of the basic layout of our fox. And this is where you kind of want to start adding the details to start evening out all the weight of the picture. And this is where you want to start touching everything up. So, I don't know if I want to make this, like, realistic or cute. In the video it was cute, so I would, at this point in time, according to my style, make the muzzle a little bit smaller, but I just choked on air right there. But, for the video, we're just going to keep it cute. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of a half circle here. Going from here to about the front of this little weird rectangle dome thing. And then, around the back, it's going to come out a little bit, and then down to the end of our weird shape.
It's a piece of bread.
To the end of our piece of bread.
Thank you.
And now, from the end of that line that we just drew, we're going to come back and down. I'm going to fix that, because that doesn't look right to me. That's okay, though, because it's fine. And we're going to bring that back, and bring this back, because good artists edit their work when they see, is it improperties? That's not a word, isn't it? When they see mistakes. We're just gonna go with that. We're just gonna go with the easy stuff. Now, we did draw a weird pointy edge here, but I'm rounding it out now. So it'll kind of go around and down, like
With
that.
our piece of bread.
We're cutting off the edges of our piece of bread, like the moms in the movies of babysitters. No.
Yeah, because the kids are
Because
like,
I don't want the crust! And
Yeah.
so they always cut it off. But that's what we're doing right now. We're preparing it for the, for the kids. We are preparing it for the kids. Because the only people that watch the video are kids, I believe. Anyways, I'm rambling a lot. Now, I lost my train of thought. We're gonna make this bigger because it doesn't look big enough. Remember, you always edit when you see something wrong. And because that looked a little bit skinny to me, I'm just making it a little bit wider.
She likes fat foxes.
Thick foxes. Alright. So now that looks like a pretty... That looks good on camera. Hey, what do you know? Alright, looks like a pretty decent shape. Now I'm going to go ahead and start up at the ears, and we're going to start putting some definition where we want definition. So, I think, for the sake of this video, I'm going to make it a bit toonier. So I am going to definitely add some style to this fox. And it's going to hopefully look bubbly if I can achieve that. It's okay if you can't achieve what you want all the time. But you always try. Sometimes you try and you don't succeed. But you're always going to try. And then
You fail, you're in good
I'm going to
company.
bring the forehead forward a little bit here. And curve it in, just to make it pop a little bit more. And then, on the nose, I'm going to curve it a little bit so it looks a little bit bigger. And we're actually going to shorten this to make it kind of cute. So, tiny little muzzle. Even though earlier I said that I wasn't going to. Ignore what I say, but don't, because it's a tutorial and it's supposed to be a tutorial. Listen to me, but ignore the stupid things. The entire video. Okay, now we're gonna draw a nose. And noses are like... How do you describe a nose of a dog or like a canine?
It's like a heart.
It's
but
like a
not
diamond
heart.
from the front.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Anyways, it comes back a little bit, and then it goes up, if that made any sense. You can come closer if you want, if they can't really see what I'm doing. Make sure the shadows are gone, though, because those are nasty. Because remember they complained about the lighting? So did I. Alright, now we're gonna fix the nose there. And we just want to make sure, what does that kind of look like? It looks like a heart without the bumps on top. So get rid of the bumps.
Like
Alright.
a triangle, sort of.
Yeah, focus, focus.
It's not focusing. Oh,
You have to
no,
click
no.
where you want it to focus.
I did click.
She's like a grandma.
I am like a grandma.
Now we're gonna bring this down the front of the muzzle, and then underneath that, there's gonna be a little bump going into where we want the lower jaw to be. The lower jaw? There's only one jaw. Going down to where you want the jaw to be. Here's my shadow. Wow, big hands. Alright, and now we're gonna bring it up a little bit until it connects there. Okay. Oh, looks really stupid. Okay, now I'm gonna bring this forward a little bit because it doesn't look the way I want it to be. As I said before,
Mistakes are okay.
mistakes are fine, alright? As long as you fix them. Don't just go with it, okay? That's just stupid. Those are mistakes that I made in the past. Don't go with your mistakes, alright? You fix them. That's why I'm fixing this right now. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of bringing the top half of the muzzle. That works, right? Top half of the muzzle up, and you can put it a bit more upright so they can actually tell.
The shadow.
The shadow! Your stupid light is annoying me. Here. I can't hold it in my hand. I'll kill you, peasant. Alright, so now, I'm going to bring this down. How do you describe this? How do people make tutorials? I'm gonna bring the mouth into the picture, alright? Just like that, if that makes any sense whatsoever. The nose looks so flat in the video. It's really not, I swear, okay? It's not. Yeah, can you tell? That makes it way better. You can kind of tell what's going on here. In the video, it does look really flat. I swear it's not. Alright, now, underneath here, I'm gonna add a few hairs because foxes are a little bit hairier on their chin. And underneath here, I'm gonna come down. That's really annoying. I don't know why. Does anyone else's parents just open the door of your bedroom and leave? I hate that so much. Anyways, now we're coming forward here, and we're gonna add some chest hairs. We're gonna add some chest hairs. This little old lady here. A manly lady. So, unlike the video that I had done before, these are gonna be actual hairs, okay? Not kindergarten pieces of grass on paper. Alright, so what you do for those, it's kind of like, how do you describe this? It takes a long time to figure out how to do these. I love how tutorials always say, just follow what they're doing, but it takes a long time to figure out what you're doing. This is me freaking giving a life lesson. Don't do tutorials, look at references. This is basically telling them to get off my video. You could finish watching this, and then go get a reference, go on Google and search something up, and draw it, okay? This is me, 4 years later, having looked at tons of artists' work, and figured out what they did that I liked, and translating it into my own style. This is what this is, and this is the only way. I bet there are other ways. This is the only way I could figure out how to get this technique. How to figure out how to draw fur. That looks like fur, doesn't it? Because I practiced. Go back up to the head, please. Thank you very much. This is my sister, by the way.
Yeah. Hi.
Credit to my wonderful sister who I bought Hershey for.
Yeah. That was my payment.
Never mind, I was gonna say something. My dad actually made me buy that for you. I'm not as nice as I seem.
Wow.
That's the thing that you shouldn't say when you do something nice. My dad made me. It's like when Logan... I'm gonna start rambling now. So we have a friend. He used to like me. He's an acquaintance now. But we have a quote-unquote friend. And we were at our little brother's baseball practice.
Yeah.
And he was there as well because his little brother also plays baseball. And he went to his car and his dad said, go back and say hi to your friends. And he said, my dad made me come back here and say hi to you. And I said, you know what? I would have almost thanked you if you hadn't have added that extra note. This would have seemed really nice if you hadn't have added that extra note. Anyways, I'm like not even telling you guys what to do here. So I just kind of defined the eyebrow line over here because foxes aren't round. They have definition. There are parts of them that are not just circles, okay? You can't just draw a circle and make a fox out of it. It's not gonna look like a fox. Especially with no color, because we're working with no colored pencils here. This has to somewhat resemble a fox. That is our goal here today, guys. Alright, anyways, enough rambling. We're gonna go up to the ear, and as I have already put definition up, go ahead, further up. I'm gonna kind of, oh gosh, back up a little bit. That was a complaint before, back up. Not that, they have to see what I'm doing.
She's so mean to me.
I'm mean to you. We're not even gonna get started with this, alright? Anyways, they don't have to know what our inside lives are like, Clara. Anyways,
Look at that ear.
I'm gonna put a little bit of fur on the top to give it character. Excuses for everything. And then we're gonna bring it down, and before we add more hair, we're gonna wait until we get a little bit closer to the head. So on this side, it'd be a little bit more down here. You'd always want it closer to the head, and over here, closer to the head, because that's where it gets the most hairy. So down here, I'm gonna start adding a bit more fur to the ears. And then we're going to define it by putting little lines in it, so it actually looks like fur. And hey, what do you know, it looks like fur. So now, I just burped, but it was silent because I never burped loud. So excuse me. Anyways, now I'm going to erase the little guidelines that we had put in originally. And instead of keeping those guidelines, I'm going to remember what I had put there and put little lines to sort of represent fur. And then, I'm going to bring it down below those lines, bring a line down below those lines, and add more fur towards the head. Again, tutorials, I kind of find them stupid. Because how do you teach someone to draw? That was a really stupid question. That's not what I meant. What I meant was, when you're following a tutorial, you're just kind of doing what someone else did, rather than doing your own thing. So I don't, as a person, I don't and have never really, you can bring it this way a little bit, and have never really followed tutorials or looked up tutorials because, and simply because, I felt like it wasn't my own thing and I wasn't following my own steps and figuring everything out for myself. And that's actually very true. Because when you're following a tutorial, it's just someone else's work and you're replicating it onto your paper. But that's not what you should be doing, you know? You can do that, but don't stick with that. Just build off of it. And that's something I learned as I've been drawing since I was, probably even before I was created, I've been drawing. This is something that has stuck with me forever, so.
She was a real little bean when she started drawing.
That was weird. Hi everyone, I'm going to show y'all how to draw a cute fox. This was at school, okay? I would walk around. Anyone want art? And they would all ask me for art because to them I was amazing and to me, let's just say it was worthy of the manure pile.
Oof.
Yep, you could have just tossed it in there and it would have looked exactly like everything else in that. So, anyways, the same with the other ear. We're going to erase some of the guidelines that we had previously put in, except for that thing I had drawn. No, actually, I'm going to fix that. I don't like how that looks. You see, you always fix your mistakes. Get rid of the guidelines. Oh, there we go. My recording just stopped. I'm not sure how long this is going to go for, but we're just going to keep going, and if it stops again, I'm going to finish it and then show you guys what I did. So with no time to waste, literally, we're going to erase all the guidelines, and then we're going to do exactly what we did on the left ear of the fox, and we're going to add the hair, and then we're going to drag a line going down, and near the bottom, towards the head, we're going to add fur. That's why you can't ramble. You no time to do stuff, and I have a trashy phone, so I have no storage space. Also because I have like 600 pictures of my pony. Let's not talk about that.
Oof.
And yeah, that's about the outline of our ear. So for the inside of the ears, I like to kind of draw a couple lines of fur, and then at the top, it's sort of like a upside down teardrop shape, and then I just draw lines inside of it. And that, unfortunately, or fortunately, is actually somewhat what an ear looks like. If you're willing to look at an animal who has really, really fluffy ears. Anyways, now we're going to draw the eye of the fox. And to do that, we're going to have to erase these guidelines. Now, some people will need the guidelines to draw the eye because they don't know where to place it, but me, having been drawing animals for my entire life, I know where to place it.
Show them where to place it.
So where you do it is kind of, there's a line from here to here, and it kind of stops here. Right here is where, like, between your eye and your nose is a little weird thing. What is that called?
That's a good question. It's like a pink spot.
Yeah, that's like a part of your eye. Anyways, that's where that thing is. And then right above that is the actual eye itself. And that is exactly where you place the eye. It's very different for prey, like when I'm drawing horses, because their eyes are a bit further back since they're on the side of their head. And this fox looks very shocked. It's fine, we'll fix it by putting eyeliner on. Just kidding. We're just gonna define the eye. So I like to make it way thicker at the top and then have it get really thin as it goes down towards the back or the bottom. We're gonna put some eyelashes on the front, if you can even see those, and you can. And it's gonna come around. We're gonna add a little line right there just to define it, and it's just gonna start to get thinner down here towards the bottom of the eye. And then we're gonna erase this guide that we had put right here, and you could bring it more so that they can actually see what's going on. And that is
No guideline.
kind of what it looks like. So now I'm gonna come to the front of the eyeball here, and we're gonna kind of round it off, but keep that sphere because that is where a part of your body is.
And remember, guys, it's a circle, not a sphere.
Just shut up. Not until you make it one. Alright, then we're gonna put pupils in, alright? And what I like to do for this is, well, when you're doing toony characters, it's kind of fun to do just ovals instead of circles. And then inside of that oval, you do another oval.
Guys, she called it a circle.
Shut up. And then, above all of that stuff, you're gonna add some shading so that she doesn't look so surprised. And so just very, very lightly, you're gonna kind of gray out the top. So it looks, you can zoom in on that part. So they can focus. Make sure you constantly focus it. It won't focus. Back it up. And then, there, you can kind of see it there. Kind of like a Disney character. And this is optional. I'm gonna give her an eyebrow. But not a real eyebrow. It's just a little, like, a little doot. A little doot.
See the little
We might get rid of that later. Feeling cute. Might delete later. I don't know. That was cringy. I shouldn't have done that. Anyways.
It was beautiful.
Now, right about here, I'm going to come off the side of the head, and we're going to add hair. Not hair. This is fur. Not hair. Please don't call it hair. Don't make my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. I think I'm just going to put like 3, because who needs more? Who needs any more than 3? And then we're just gonna kind of like, nope, I'm adding 4, 5. Alright. Okay.
Add as many as you need, guys.
Actually, don't do too many, because then it's gonna look like Sonic the Hedgehog, and we don't want that. I despise him. I despise Sonic. Especially the new Sonic movie, we don't want it to look like that. Please. Please don't make it look like that. Okay? Okay. Clara, I might have to show you that trailer later. Or not, because
You used my name.
I already used your name. It's fine.
Did you?
Yep.
Well,
You know how many Claras there are in the world? Don't worry about it.
not
And
that-
we're getting rid of the thing that I just put there. Alright.
It's okay, guys.
There is really only 3 here. It's flashing. Has it been doing that?
Yes.
I'm so stupid. Anyways, now we're gonna come around the back of the head, and we're gonna start to add a bit of fur, because believe it or not, there's fur in the back of the head. Now, unlike, stop texting you're not texting your boyfriend. Don't worry about that right now. You have to pay attention to the camera.
I am paying attention.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Don't listen to Nyla,
So,
kids.
shut up. So, unlike my old video that I had made, the hairs go up from this point, kind of this point up, not down.
It's like the middle of the neck, base of the neck.
Yeah,
sort of
kind of like
place.
the middle of the neck. and they just kind of just go crazy with it, but don't go down. Do not go down, okay? No matter what you do, just don't go down.
But you know, guys, this part, it can look like Sonic the Hedgehog.
That part is kind of... No, even that doesn't look like Sonic the Hedgehog. It just looks like fire. Fire, you arsonist. I finished. I did it. I had to stop and finish it without recording it, but this is the end result, and I don't have much time because of my stupid camera, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Moral of the story, don't follow tutorials because they're not original, and you gotta figure out your style on your own. Okay, I love you guys, if anyone's even watching this. And, I mean, if you want more videos, just tell me what you want, okay? Bye!